Hello, everybody.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
You're in a good mood for longest practice, one of the hottest days. How do you keep your motor going on a day like today?
Man, we got a great group of guys, and we're excited to play ball. One of the things I noticed when I came to Kansas City is you just had a group of guys who love to play football. The days get long out here at St. Joe. They can get hot. Thankfully, we had a nice breeze today. Everybody felt it, felt good, but the spirit was high, and we just got a lot in the balance, and we got a lot to compete for. And so we know Coach Reed says it every day. He's like, you just got to show up and push through. And I think that's kind of the spirit of this team is push through anything.
Drew, I think some folks may know you more for your pass coverage, but I mean, as evidence through today and through the years, I mean, your run defense is kind of right there with it. Just with that aggression you showed today, just what does that mean to prepare like that for the run defense and impart that, that monster on the field?
I think it's just life. Like, there's stereotypes, and like I came into the league as a former safety, and so people are gonna automatically think this guy's not a physical linebacker. He's a smaller linebacker. He's good in pass coverage. He's good this, that, and the other. And so you just got to know yourself, and you got to come and work on areas where you're strong, work on areas where you're weak, and just try to get better as a player.
Kind of what PJ was saying, you could tell that there was some fire, and maybe even more than previous seasons. Just what are you trying to instill in some of your teammates there as far as the attitude of the defense and linebacker?
I don't know that I'm trying to instill anything in anybody else. I'm just trying to be myself. I love this game. I love the opportunity to play for a great organization. And I mean, you're around such great coaches and great players. I mean, this is a historic time to be a Kansas City Chief, and I feel grateful to be a part of it. And so I just try to come out here and do my job to the best of my ability. And if I can teach a young guy a thing or two, or help one of our guys who's tired or something, then it's a bonus.
What's your reaction to the NFL ban on the swivel hip drop tackle? Does that affect how you approach the game? Are you having to think more? Or will you have to think more?
I mean, it's tough as a defender when you're tackling grown men in space. I don't think any of that's intentional. I think you're just trying to get a guy down. It'll make it tougher on us as defenders this year, for sure. But I trust that they're looking at the injury data and trying to keep us safe. And certainly when you put your weight on a guy's rear end and on their ankles and on their legs, it obviously increases the chance for increases the risk for injury. And so if we can eliminate things that cause a lot of injury in our game, I'm for it. It's going to make it harder, though, as a defender.
Drew, I know you're kind of super dad, big family man. I saw you talking to the family yesterday. Just how much are they inspiring you, especially when you can't see them in times like the camp?
It's really hard. I mean, it's a credit. I'll give a shout out to my wife. I mean, she's back home with 3 children, and she's waking up early with them. She's putting them down at night. She's dealing with all the whining and the crying, everything in between. She's having to move all of our stuff. And, I'm here playing football, and so our families go through a lot for us to play this game. They don't get nearly the credit we do. They don't get to talk to the media. The media doesn't really talk about them. And so the stuff that they do behind the scenes to make this possible is nothing short of amazing. And they know how much we love and appreciate them. And we love our wives, we love our kids, we love our family.
How much more comfortable do you feel in the defense, given that you're going to have an expanded role this year?
I mean, I just feel more comfortable because it's my second year in the system. This is a complex defense. We all know that. And I think this is only my second time in my collegiate and professional career where I've played in a system 2 years in a row. And so looking to make big jumps, looking to, be in more command and communicate more with my teammates.
Can you talk about the competition between your unit and the offense that you guys have every day?
I mean, we got a historic offense. We got the best player in football across from us. We got the best tight end ever. We've got a just slew of receivers that can threaten the field vertical, level 1, level 2, level 3. We've got one of the most physical offensive lines in the NFL, and they make it tough in every aspect of the game. You've got a Hall of Fame coach in Andy Reid, Matt Nagy, and their entire staff designing plays that are tough that you haven't seen before. And so they challenge us each and every day, but it just makes us better.
Last 2, Matt and Nate.
Drew, what's it like being on the field on days like this when you've got those 10+ long drives, you're out there for a while, Pacho's talking to you, you're talking to him. What's it like on the field? It's just that exchange and that competition.
I think it does something chemically in your body. It gives you a little more adrenaline, a little more dopamine whenever you're chatting, talking with somebody. It helps you forget how hot, how tired you are. But man, is he a ball energy for our team? He does a lot for this team that goes unsaid. Just behind the scenes, vocally, And when you have a guy that runs as hard as he does and brings it week in and week out, it makes you puff your shoulders up a little bit and get ready for it on the defensive side. We're thankful to have Pacheco for sure.
You're shrugging yourself a little bit there too.
I'm just trying to bring it, man. I'm just trying. I know he's going to be low in the hole, and I got to be able to meet him there and knock him back.
Drew, you've been a former young player before in this league. I just want your perspective on two things: watching the kickoff rule, and how that might be even more difficult for young guys trying to make a roster, and given what you go through, obviously in the one-on-ones, just what has impressed you most, or what's it been like to try to teach Lewis how to be prepared for this game, considering he's obviously never played football before?
Yeah, I'll answer the second part first. I mean, there's a lot of aspects, I think, of rugby that probably translate over to the running back position, and there's probably a lot of aspects that don't. He's learning the aspects that don't, and he's seeing the aspects that do. We know he's got incredible top-end speed. He's got to learn in pass pro how to sit down, how to take on blocks. He's got to learn the ins and outs of the game, and he's a great athlete. That'll come with time. In terms of the kickoff rule, it's tough because you have guys that are coming to make the team, and they're going to do so on special teams. And you've got veterans that are learning the rule for the first time too. So it's like we're all in the same boat. It makes it tough when guys have never necessarily played this way before on the kickoff, but I think it's going to make the game more fun. I think that play will be exciting. I think it'll be an interesting trial this year to see how it goes. I anticipate obviously a lot more returns, and I anticipate a lot of touchdowns, to be honest. It's difficult the way the setup zone is. If you get one or two guys out of a lane, it can create a huge seam, and there's no layers to it, and so there's all defenders at the same level, and so if you break through that one line of defense, you're really on the kicker. And so it'll be interesting to see what teams do if they put their kicker in there, if they put a safety body like we have Jay Reed. There's a lot of nuances that we'll see as the season goes on. Awesome. Thank you, guys.